Hey, what's going on, you guys? How you guys doing? All right. This is Mr. Gigi from the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Make sure you click that like button. I really appreciate it. Click the subscribe button. I appreciate that shit. I'm doing a part two pretty much, on the topic I talked about earlier. I was doing a daily MGTOW rant and walk, and I had a situation where I wanted to test the volume. I wanted to make sure that motherfuckers could hear my ass. You understand? I wanted to know, okay, if people were hearing my ass earlier. Listen, I went on live earlier. I was saying motherfuckers come in, come out, come in, come out. Motherfuckers were keeping the like button. So I said, let me go to the back to the YouTube studio and test this shit out. So I did, and everybody could hear me. So I guess the people who did not let me know that they can hear me, they just left me hanging like, fuck it. We gonna come to your shit, but we ain't gonna let you know. So, but anyway, so sometimes you gotta, when you are a YouTuber, you gotta go ahead and verify to yourself. If somebody gonna leave you hanging, hey, they're gonna leave you hanging. So, but anyways, though, this is pretty much the same topic, and the topic I'm talking about is basically passive aggressive people and professional shit starters. Okay, people who are passive aggressive and people who are professional shit starters. You understand? There's a lot of these motherfuckers out here, tons of them. Passive aggressive in the motherfucker, professional shit starters. Professional. When I mean passive aggressive person, I'm talking about that sneaky, diabolical ass motherfucker. They do things in very sneaky and covert ways. Okay. The professional shit starter, in my opinion, okay, everybody got a different opinion, but in my opinion, a professional shit starter, what he or she does is they go out of their way to disrupt a peaceful environment to start shit in a professional way. They start shit out of nowhere. They're that good. Okay. So if you're having a good ass day, you can be getting a promotion on your job, whatever the fuck it is, or whatever. They will go out of their way and they will fuck your day up. Or they will try to fuck up your promotion. Or they will try to fuck up your accomplishment. That is a professional shit starter. So I want to talk about these two things: the passive aggressive motherfucker and a professional shit starter. Okay. So make sure as you guys come in, click the like button as you come in. Also click the subscribe button too. I'm streaming today from StreamYard. So we got the option today. If somebody wants to come on in, join the panel, that'll be perfectly fine. I got the link inside of the chat. You're more than welcome to join the conversation. If you don't want to join, that's fine. That's cool too. All right. I'm going to share a couple videos today relating to today's topic, and then also do a few reactions, based on my personal situations, what the fuck I went through. And also too, if some of you guys actually experienced dealing with a passive aggressive motherfucker, I want to know, how did you deal with that shit? How did you manage that motherfucker, right? No matter if it's a family member, somebody in your personal life, job, it could be a motherfucker who you do business with, man, somebody at a doctor's office. I mean, it could be any damn where, man, the damn babysitter or whatever. And let me tell you, these passive aggressive motherfuckers, to me, they're probably one of the most dangerous motherfuckers you can encounter. Okay. All right. A lot of passive aggressive people, in my opinion, right? They have psychological problems that they have no idea that fucking exist. I'm going to say it again. A passive aggressive person, they have tons of psychological problems unresolved that they cannot, under any circumstance, come to themselves and say, you know what, I'm fucked up. Why the fuck do I keep doing these sneaky and cunning ways, to just start shit with people, And really, it really boils down to the fact of control. And I believe that if a man or woman has a control issue where they believe that they have to control the environment, control people, right? No matter who it is, whatever, they have serious psychological issues. They never admit it to themselves. Why the fuck, or question themselves, why the fuck do I have to control people? Why do I have to control environments, right? They've never questioned that. It's hard for them to sit down and look themselves in the mirror and kind of question these different types of things, you know. And let me tell you, if you're a passive aggressive motherfucker that's watching this shit, you're a professional shit starter, listen to me. Go get your ass some motherfucking psychological help. Go speak to a goddamn counselor. You got Medicaid or some type of fucking goddamn medical insurance, go step your ass in there, man, and go seek a fucking therapist, man. You know, you need to go question your damn self, because that's pretty fucked up. You shouldn't be going around fucking up people's lives, doing sneaky ass shit so you can destroy their lives, though, just because of the simple fact you feel some way about your damn self. Don't you take your ass out there taking your pain and your misery of what you got going on in your life out on other people. Stop that shit. That's fucked up. You understand? So I'm going to talk about those different types of things. You understand? I'm going to discuss those things so then, therefore, we can kind of be on the same page. Click the like button as you come in. I really appreciate it. Click the subscribe button as you come in. I also got one person who just came in and also someone inside of the chat, and that is my boy and also first person who donated to the channel, Modern Gnosis. Hey, Modern Gnosis, how you doing, big homie? That's cool. You could join the StreamYard if you want to, man. Join the live stream. Link is inside of the chat. So let me read what you just said. He said the most extreme version of this are people who have borderline personality disorders. I have experienced people like this. Yes. Borderline personality disorders, are people who are part of the cluster B, motherfuckers who are narcissistic, have narcissistic tendencies. I mean, they're dangerous. They're fucking dangerous, okay? And I have a community of people who I affiliate with on YouTube outside of this realm. For example, I talked to you guys about the real estate community, right? Yeah, remember, YouTube is huge, okay? We just tiny ass motherfuckers on here, but you got real estate on there. You got also, too, the narcissistic community who talk about narcissism, cluster B. Man, these guys and gals, they go into some shit, RIP to my girl, Angie Ackerson, man. Go to her channel. She passed away, but she went into dark detail of narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, different types of covert narcissists, from the flamboyant narcissist. Yeah, go to her channel. She passed away, but go to her channel. It's a really good channel. I would also say go to ASCC Direct. ASCC Direct, right? I think that's how you say it. ASCC Direct. Go to his channel, type in narcissism, and you will see him. He will break that, man. He'll break that shit all the way down. Man, he's been doing that shit for like years, man, or whatever, right? And these particular individuals help me in my situation. Also go to the Ultra channel, right? Or Knowing the Narcissist. That motherfucker right there, he is a real hardcore narcissist, and he will tell, and listen, he will crack open as many psychologists, therapists, anybody at all, right? He will break that motherfucker down and tell it how it is, man, for real. He'll tell you right off the gate, look, I'm a narcissist myself, and none of these motherfuckers actually understand my power, and I am the only one that understand my kind. For somebody to come bold and say that shit, that says a whole lot. Yeah, go to the Ultra channel. Ultra, he's going to break, man. That motherfucker will break some dark shit down to your ass. So he will break it all the way down. And I think he still charges consultation sessions where he will, and he doesn't show his face, but he will actually break it all the way down, man, from point A to point C. You pay, I think it's like $50, $45, $50. Ask your question. You pay $50. And he's going to respond in real time of your whole situation, man. I'm for real. That motherfucker's not playing, but he's going to respond in voice. Get a voice audio. He will break that shit all the way down. He doesn't fuck around, man. He doesn't fuck around. So, but shout out to those channels, man. So yeah, but you're right. Modern Gnosis say avoid them like the plague. Yes, avoid them like a plague. You have to, and you can't. One thing I learned about those on the channels too, we learned too, is when a person's suffering from any type of narcissistic personality disorder or any NPD, you cannot call them out and tell them, oh my God, you're a narcissist, which, a lot of, these bitches out here, Matrix bitches, they'll call you a narcissist in a minute and shit, especially if you call them out on their bullshit. They will call you out. They will call you a narcissist hands down very quickly if you call them out on their bullshit. I'm just what it is, So, anyways, without further ado, I just want you guys to kind of understand. Let me turn this thing on over here. All right, that feels good. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a couple stories that I fucking been through. I've been through a lot of this shit with these goddamn bitches, and then just, bitch ass dudes, man, they're just straight pussies. They passive aggressive. They don't know how to be transparent. You understand? They don't know how to cut straight to the point. Like, for example, okay, to this day, all right, I've had matrix women. All right, I'm gonna throw this out there. If you generally ask them, right, how old are you, right? The first thing most matrix women is going to say, it's rude to ask a woman for her age. What the fuck is wrong with you? Bitch, how old are you? You know what I mean? Shit. But if I go to like a Filipina or a Brazilian woman, how old are you? She's going to say, I'm 33 or I'm 22 or whatever, right? They're just going to tell you, you understand? That's just the matrix woman's way of thinking. That's just what it is. Or or you ask them certain things, like, again, how old are you? And they say, well, how old do you think I look? Paying a guessing game. What the fuck is wrong with you? Stop that shit. How do you think I am? No, I want to know how old you think. No, you're not going to answer. You're not going to go ahead and answer a question with a question. Bitch, how old are you? Tell me your age. You understand? That's just how the matrix woman fucking functions. You understand? But also, you also going to take into consideration also, too, when it comes to passive aggressive people, even guys. Like I said, guys are passive aggressive, too. This motherfucker can hate your guts on a damn job. He ain't going to tell your ass. This motherfucker would laugh, smile in your face, and Jeff and all that shit. But, and what he'll do, I'm telling you, I've been through it. What he'll do is I've been in situations where the person looked me in the face, which I don't know why the person would have something against myself. I don't to this day. They'll look me in the face and they'll say all these things. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work or whatever. Like I told you, let me straighten up this damn shirt. Okay. I was an engineer. I was working on boiler systems. I was working on chillers. This was years ago. Motherfucker grinning in my face, man. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. We really are glad to have you and all this shit, right? I'm really glad to fucking have my ass, right? I'm like, okay, great, cool, thanks, I appreciate it. That one person, passive aggressive, male, that motherfucker went to other higher lead engineers, managers, and started shitting on me. He's fucking up, he's breaking the boiler, he's doing this, he's doing that, or whatever, right? Just off his words, okay? So these people went behind my back, checked on me, which I'm expecting it. And they say, nothing's broken. What are you talking about? Whatever. Well, he did this, he did that. So after so many times of this guy complaining, what the fuck you think he did? They kept going to his ass. And remember, I was in a predominantly white environment. If you know what, being hired for affirmative action is, and did more research on like discrimination and shit like that between Missouri and Kansas, go look that shit up, okay? It's not a pretty fucking picture, I'll tell you this. So the motherfucker went to all these people, told all this shit about me, man, and they came to the decision because of him, man, I was like the only black dude that you gotta go. We're tired of him complaining or whatever. And I'm like, damn, you're not going to investigate the situation or anything. No, they just took his word for it, and that was it. You understand? But at the same time, he would smile, grin. Hey, motherfucker, how you doing? What's going on, man? I hope you have a great day. But I didn't know this shit was going on. You understand? I had no idea. It took me time because I had to ask what we call a mutual person, what the hell going on? And they said, hey, so-and-so kept, man, going to so-and-so and saying all this bad shit about you. You understand? And I was like, wow, man, I didn't know the guy was setting me up. You understand? So passive aggressive guys, man, they'll do that shit too, but they come in different shapes and different sizes. So, but anyway, let me go back to the chat, man. Martin Olson said, modern Western women display many disorders. Ask yourself a question. Why is there a shortage of Adderall? It's simple. The drug manufacturers can't keep up with the demand. Yeah. No, they can't, man. They can't keep up with that goddamn shit. No, because it's too much, shit, for real. It's too much. He also said, The passive aggressive people would do anything to prevent you from getting that. Yes, they will. I'm telling you, they will prevent anything. They're passive aggressive. They do shit in hints, clues, and riddles, right? And it's sad. It's fucking sad. Um, like I said, I got stories about my exes. I'm gonna tell you about that shit in a little bit. Go back to the chat room. I'm about to hit you with some shit. All right. Martinos has also said too, many of these types are religious also. They hide behind God to justify behavior. Of course, they hide behind God, they hide behind the Bible, they hide behind the Quran, Seventh-day Adventists. I mean, you know, Jehovah's Witness, all that shit. Catholic, yeah, they hide behind all that shit. Doesn't that sound like narcissistic personality disorder to you? I mean, just what it is, you know. You know, narcissists have to hide behind anything they can in order for a person to not be able to see their fucking facade. They have to hide behind anything and everybody, so you will not see that real fucked up motherfucker they really are. They just said, you understand? Click the like button as you come in. Click the subscribe button too. Also, too, make sure you share the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now the X. And I was trying to tell you guys on the other stream, but hell, I'm about to tell you again. Fuck it. But anyway, so the bitch got in a situation where, you know, I was doing a real estate transaction, okay? And an attorney was involved to improve my situation. So I had the bitch hold on to, I think it was like about 4 money orders for me, man, right? And what happened was, and I made it clear, right? That's why I make sure you guys, if you're going to have sex with these women and get into relationships or dating them, man, do not, I repeat, do not tell that bitch about your business or anything like that necessarily. You keep that bitch separate from your business, separate from your finances. Your sex with her is your sex with her. Your dating with her is your dating with her. Your relationship with her is your relationship with her. Your marriage with her is going to be your marriage with her. But do not, I repeat, do not involve this bitch into your business. Do not involve this bitch into your financial affairs. I'm telling you this shit. That bitch set up here and got pissed off at me because of a situation we both disagree with. What the fuck you think happened? She set up here and took my money orders, right, and the contracts I had, and she turned off her phone and stopped answering her motherfucking phone calls. So the attorneys asked me, hey, where's the payment at? I'm ready to process this or whatever, right? And I'm like, you know, blowing this bitch's phone up. I'm calling her up. And yeah, I remember, and also to let me throw this out there, that bitch was an habitual liar too. I'm going to throw this shit out there too, okay? She was an habitual liar. And so what the fuck you think the bitch did? Turned off the phone, turned off all that shit, right? Now I'm gonna show you how I got my shit back, right? Because you have to think beyond a narcissistic motherfucker and a passive aggressive person, okay? In that particular case with that bitch, she was a narcissistic motherfucker, okay? All right, I didn't know at that time. I didn't know what a narcissist was, you know. I didn't know what you know, no contact was. I didn't know none of these things. You understand? All right. I knew that I was with a fucked up person, but I didn't know what a narcissist was. But she was showing some traits. Okay. So what ended up happening was, so she kept my money orders and everything. So I said, okay, this person is an habitual liar. This person's keeping my shit away. It's been a few hours. What can I do? What can I do to do this? To outsmart this bitch. Okay. So I don't like the lie. I'm just going to be honest. I do not like the lie. But I had to pull something out of my hat, man, to outthink this bitch because I needed to get my money and I needed to resolve my situation. Okay. All right. Because remember, these bitches are fucked up out here, you guys. Okay. So remember, I'm in South Kansas City at the time. All right. Another part of South Kansas City. And so something came to my head. You know what? I'm going to call this bitch from a different phone. Right. But not just any phone. I'm going to go to the hospital. Right? I think y'all silly asses know what I'm going to go with this. Hold on. Let me read Modern Gnosis before I go into detail. Modern Gnosis said there's a song by Michael Jackson called Money. Best line in the song goes, watch the ones with the biggest smiles, the aisle jabbers, cuz the backstabbers. Mike knew. Yeah, he fucking knew. And that's why that motherfucking record was one of his greatest hits. I'm just saying. It was one of his greatest motherfucking hits. Plenty of them, man. Plenty of backstabbers. So, yeah, thanks, Modern Gnosis. I appreciate that comment. But so I had to outsmart the bitch. I sat up here and said, I'm gonna go to the hospital. I'm gonna tell this bitch that me and my daughter are injured. And I'm gonna have this bitch see if this bitch will take the bait and run out there, right? So she called. Now, mind you, we're both in the real estate field. She was a title company closer, right? And I'm a wholesaler. Go look up the term wholesaler, right? On YouTube. You'll understand what a real estate wholesaler does. And you realize, and then also look up what a title company closer. At this time, she was a closer. Okay. She closes the deal. So I go ahead, go to the hospital, call up at the hospital. Remember, hospital, man, is open 24 hours a day. And I asked hospital, hey, do you got a public phone I got to use? Yeah. Can I use, it's a situation on my hand? They said, sure, no problem, right? Grabbed the phone, looked at my cell phone, called that bitch up. Boop, boop. Hello. I said, hey, how you doing? She said, who's this? There's this. Oh, shoot. Yeah, listen, I got something bad to tell you. She said, what's going on? I said, I need you to come to the hospital. You in the hospital? I said, yeah. Me and my daughter got in a really bad wreck, man. The truck flipped over and tore us apart, man. Real bad. She said, oh my God, I need you to bring the money orders. I need to bring the contracts and bring them to the hospital immediately. Okay, right? Right now, the hospital is located at blah, 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 right? And she said, oh my God, can you be on your way right now, right? I'm feeling really messed up right now. She said, I'm on my way right now. I said, you sure? Yeah. She said, how's Saray, my pumpkin? And my daughter's name's Saray. And she said, I said, I don't know. I got to check. I don't know if she's in stable condition, and I don't know right now. And then my mind's fucked up and everything. Okay, cool. All right, cool. This is a hospital phone. I tried to call you. Why is your phone not picking up and everything? I don't know why. Listen to a lie. I don't know why. Right. All right. You say you don't know why yet. I said, you got my phone blocked. I can't call you for anything. And I needed to call you just in case of an emergency, right? We're supposed to be together and everything. I don't know what happened. I don't know why your number is blocked. So I said, okay, well, we're at the hospital right now. Okay, cool. This bitch drove from Independence, Missouri. Look up Independence, Missouri to South Kansas City, 103rd and State Line. There's a hospital. I'm going to tell you the name of the hospital, St. Joseph Medical Center. Look up St. Joseph Medical Center, Independence, Missouri. St. Joseph Medical Center, 103rd State Line, right? This is on the edge of Missouri and Kansas, all right? But this is South Kansas City. I'll never forget this shit. This was some years back. So, remember, this bitch is a habitual liar, so you have to think like a liar. I hate lying, but I had to do what I got to do in this situation. That bitch came down there. I swear to God, she came down there. And what I did was I was at the front entrance, right? And as I was at the front entrance, man, right, I said, okay, the bitch is here. So I went back in the hospital, right, of the front entrance, like a little deeper in her to see if the bitch was walking through. So she started walking through, right? And I forgot to tell you, I told her over the phone to come through the front entrance, the very front entrance. I gave her a little bit of the script. So she came, that motherfucker. And I was like, and so she rushed to the hospital, and I came through the hallway, and she's like, oh my God, you okay? I said, come here. I said, do you have the money orders? Do you have the car? She said, yeah, I got everything. She gave this shit to me. I said, okay. She said, what pumpkin? I said, I got to bring you over here. I got to talk to you about Saray, and I got to talk to you about myself. She said, okay, anything. I went straight out of the hospital with this bitch. And you know what I told that bitch, right? You know what I told that bitch? Me and my daughter ain't at this motherfucking hospital getting seen for shit. We are perfectly fine, you lying ass piece of shit. She was like, huh? I was like, you goddamn right. Anytime you gonna block my motherfucking phone and keep my money orders and my contracts away because you pissed off at me, bitch, you got me fucked up. Now get the fuck away from me. I'm so sorry. You're not sorry, bitch. The only thing your ass is sorry you got caught. Okay? Give me my goddamn stuff. She gave me my motherfucking, I bet she gave me the money orders. I got the money orders. I got the contracts and everything, right? And that was it. I got in my car, and she got in her car pissed off and left. That's how it is. But you see that situation? I was dealing with a passive-aggressive motherfucker. You see where I'm at? You have no idea why this this person was angry at you, but you don't know exactly for what. So what they did in a roundabout way, I'm going to teach him a lesson. I'm just going to block his number and keep his shit. You see where I'm at? Passive aggressive motherfuckers can be very dangerous because they will fuck up your livelihood. They will. How do you handle? If you can do this, try your best to stay the fuck away from them and get the fuck away from them. Okay. I feel for a lot of you guys who's dealing with these guys and women at your jobs. There's a lot of that shit going on at jobs. I see them going on, man, at fucking relationships. I've seen them going on at all, all different types of phases of life. I really feel for you guys, but be careful. These passive aggressive motherfuckers are some dangerous motherfuckers. I'm telling you, they will fuck your life up, man. They will. They will fuck it up, your livelihood or whatever, man. And I had to lie. I had a lot of this bitch just to get my items back. That is fucking sad. I'll tell you another story. I could tell you a story. I could make this whole episode about lies. So that bitch was like LeBron James of liars, okay? Bitch was they was the LeBron James of lies. Like that bitch would fucking finger roll on your ass, do a 360 dunk, nigga, and still lie and make that motherfucking have your dumb ass convinced and shit if she wants to. Unless you know that she's an habitual liar, she have your dumb ass convinced. Let's go to the chat. Modernosa said, never assume a female isn't smart. They are intelligent in their own deceptive way. They can't change a tire, but they sure know the divorce laws, of course. Of course, but not all of them know the divorce laws. I wouldn't say that, but I know they can get knowledge of how the divorce laws work once they get around other matrix bitches. You see where I'm at? There's a lot of these whores out here who know of divorce, but they don't know how the divorce proceedings work. You understand? I had a buddy of mine, and I can't mention his name, okay, right, for privacy reasons, though he's a YouTuber. And he took my advice on my channel. I tell you guys all the time again, if you are going to go for custody, if you are going to go for child support, if you're going to go for divorce, you have to serve the bitch first. If you're going to put a restraining order on that bitch, you want to get her served first. If you're going to go for a DNA test, a paternity test, talk to your attorney about this. Put all of this inside of your petition / court order and serve the bitch first. Stop letting these bitches, I'm going to let her do it, I'm saying, like a dumbass. No, serve her first unexpectedly. Whores do it all the time. Bitches, they do that shit all the time. They serve men all the damn time. They get us on child support all the time. They get restraining orders on it all the time and catch us always off guard. You need to catch that bitch off guard and you need to serve her first. Now, my partner, he just left, man. That motherfucker left the goddamn country. He is gone, all right? He filed for divorce and everything. The only thing he fucked up on, he only fucked up one thing. You know what he did, y'all? This is what he did. He fucked up by actually, because I told him, man, if you're going to leave town, you have to leave town before the attorney serves the papers. And you got to keep in contact with the attorney. Well, he kept figuring, well, as long as I pay the attorney, I'm okay. And kind of ignoring what the attorney was saying. No, I said, no, you got to keep in contact with the attorney. Find out when the attorney's going to serve her ass, right? When you find out that date, the day before that date or 2 days before that, you need to be out of town, man. Because when that bitch gets served them papers, I'm telling you, that bitch is going to snap. That bitch is going to go whack. I'm telling you, that bitch going to go bonkers. I'm telling you. Because you talking about, man, getting a goddamn paid cash attorney involved, okay? And especially if the bitch had years to fucking change and years to get on top of her stuff, man, and she still didn't do it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So check this out, right? So he ended up still being here in the Matrix, right? His plan was to leave the country. And one thing led to another. The bitch got served while he was still here. He was getting ready to leave. She hit her with the, you really gonna do this? Oh my God. I can change this shit. He said, well, bitch, you had 5 years to do that shit. So yeah, that was it. That was it. You understand? And so he had to deal with the begging and pleading. You understand? I told his ass, you got to make sure you are out of the town. You got to be clear. You got to make sure, too, the phone is off, all that shit, And then when she contacts you out of town, right? And let's assume you got kids with her, right? What the fuck you think you going to do? What the fuck you think you going to do? Huh? I'm gonna let y'all answer that question. What do you think she's gonna do? Drink beer. When she contact your ass, Skype, WhatsApp, whatever the hell you use internationally, because you got your passport, you strictly tell that bitch when she asks you why you doing this and all this shit, you tell her, hey, listen, I want to keep this conversation about my kids. Where are my kids? That's all it is. If it's anything outside of my kids or whatever, we don't have nothing to talk about. You want to talk about the divorce? You want to talk about child custody? You need to speak to my attorney. Why I gotta speak to my attorney? Why I gotta speak to you? Because it's against the law for you to be talking to me right now about anything that's not pertaining to the kids. It has to be about the kids. That's it. We don't have nothing together. We broke it. We're done. Bitch, I caught you cheating. Bitch, you decided to be an American bitch instead of being a traditional bitch. Bitch, you got psychological problems. We found out you got pills inside the motherfucking medicine cabinet and shit that you've been hiding from me. And you try to deceive my ass into falling in fucking love. And now I fell in love with your ass to find out, bitch, you taking about 17 different type of pills and shit that you didn't tell my ass about. Bitch, we found out too you was sleeping with my brother, my boss, the neighbor at work, all these different types of goddamn things. We found out also, too, you had the train ran on you by multiple football players. We found out that. We also found out, too, that you had 8 different diseases. Whatever your situation is. We found out you were fucking cats and dogs. Whatever your situation is, right? She had plenty of time to at least let this stuff be known and let her intentions be known right off the gate when she first met you. But if she didn't let you know and strung your ass along for years and she's surprised that you served her ass, there's nothing to explain. Because she got comfortable and content in her motherfucking ways of assuming that your ass wasn't going to go nowhere. She assumed that you was not going to get smart. Go get your wallet. Go to an attorney. Seek legal counsel. If you're watching my channel, you go to multiple attorneys, not just one, multiple attorneys, get different types of quotes and information. You do your own research and things like that behind this bitch's back. And then after that, take your wallet, invest in an attorney, and let the attorney do the rest. I promote no child support, no supervised visits, no alimony, equal rights to the kids on this channel. I strongly promote. I do not believe a man need to pay any money to a goddamn woman just to see their kids. I believe that. I stand by that shit. If a man believes that you need to pay another woman some money to see your kids, you're out of your goddamn mind. Let me go ahead and go to the damn chat, man. This shit's getting real good, man. Okay, so let me see. All right, now I'm gonna pop up Modern Gnosis on there. There we go. Okay, because I'll keep reading all this shit, but I want to pop you up as I'm reading. Okay, so women lack moral agency. She only apologized because she got caught and not because she's actually felt bad. Therefore, never show them pity. You better not. You better not. You guys better take a page out of Modern Gnosis's book. All right, let me repeat that again. Take a page out of Modern Gnosis's book. He said, listen, women lack moral agency. She only apologized because she got caught, not because she actually felt bad. Therefore, never show them pity. And you see, you gotta remember, there's a lot of Captain Save-A-Ho ass guys. They love showing them pity. They love it. That bitch could be wronger than 10 left shoes, man, on a right foot, and he will still put his cape on, put the Captain Save-A-Ho hat, with the cap flapping in the back. The Captain Save-A-Ho, Captain Save-A-Ho hat with the cap flapping in the back. He will save that bitch and make up excuses for her. Remember, I talked about that, man, a couple shows ago. Let's talk about that. Allen Iverson will break your ankles on the basketball court, but she'll break your ankles in divorce court. Yeah, she'll break it. She'll do more than break your ankles. She'll put your balls in the pocket, elbows and shit be found and shit all on the car seat floor on the way to court. I mean, it'll be a mess in there and shit, man. Break your forehead open. Yeah, man. Your wallet, man, and shit, man, is in ICU and shit, man, on the deathbed and shit. I mean, it's just what it is. That's just what it is. Shit, for real. And don't let that judge get a stupid judge that's going to rule in their favor. A lot of that shit goes on. For real. But also, too, let's talk about the professional shit starter. Motherfucker who just want to start shit just for no goddamn reason. There's a lot of that shit going on. Professional shit starters, okay? Where you can be in your own era, your own peace. This motherfucker just want to start shit, okay? It's just what it is. I had a situation. I think I'm going to tell you about 2, 3 of them. I don't know. So let me take my sip of my beer. Click the like button. Click the subscribe button, too. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. All right. Let me go ahead and flip it. All right. So here's the deal. I had a situation on my hand. Okay. I can go all day about these fucking stories and fucked up adventures about myself and shit. Okay. Of a professional shit starter. Okay. So got another female story. Notice a lot of these females always work. Female matrix chicks are always working in professional office settings, and they don't have any customer service experience. They just don't know how to be professional with people. Okay. Now, I'm not saying all the women, but the vast majority, they work in office settings, right? And they don't know how to be professional with people. They just don't. So I got in a situation where me and my daughter, we had been paying rent. Okay. We pay rent at the place we're at. And so as we were paying rent, right? And mind you, you guys, I had my complex went through a class action lawsuit. We're gonna say last year in March. And this company here, right? You know, the last owner here got sued. You know, he got sued because there was some conditions of certain complexes that were unlivable, uninhabitable, and they didn't meet, you know, Missouri's standards, right? You know, HUD regulated standards and things like that. Like Missouri doesn't fuck around. You understand? All right. Kansas, they do not fuck around. You know, if you want to decide to be a slumlord and collect rent, right, and sit back and procrastinate and not do shit about it, you deserve the consequences of what's coming to your dumb ass. You deserve every damn thing. Okay. You deserve to get fined, your property taken, god damn it, and you definitely also deserve too, though, right, to take your ass to motherfucking goddamn jail or prison and shit, man, for neglecting properties and shit, knowing damn well people staying there. You deserve that shit, you know. You should be ashamed of yourself. If you a landlord, property manager, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself for doing that shit, collecting all that damn money and just not doing nothing to these complexes, okay? But anyway, so we're paying rent, and something told me to every time you pay rent, keep a copy of your money order receipt and keep a copy of the actual money order. You understand? Something fucking told me that, right? You guys were asking, well, damn, why did you do something smart like that? Well, it was 2 things. One, I worked in property management for a long time. I used to be a maintenance guy. Okay. And if you got a good property management company, right, they're going to do the repairs. They're going to keep up, though, with good accounting. They're going to make sure the inventory of all the products are stocked, though, right? And they got orders come in or whatever. They're going to have a good maintenance staff. They're not perfect, good maintenance staff. They're going to cut the grass, right? They're going to put the salt out. They're going to do as much as they can. If they don't have enough help, they're going to contract a lot of that shit out. That's just how they roll. You understand? A good company would. And this particular company I was dealing with, they're just shitty. You know, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, right? They hire random motherfuckers, okay? So anyway, complex got sued. Another owner decided to take over, right? They acquired this property, okay? So when they acquired this property, they threw in some other motherfuckers. But when they threw them in, they hired motherfuckers that were strippers. I swear to God, they hired stripper motherfuckers. And then they hired motherfuckers that got the IQ of a goddamn doorknob, okay? All right, so me and my daughter, we go, I go up there, I pay my rent. Remember, I'm paying this shit, right? And they took over like last year around this time in March. That's what's crazy about it. And so, when was this? Today is, all right, this is March. So around end of January, I start getting notices on my door, right? For about 2-3 months saying I owe different amounts. And so I go up to the office and I ask them, well, how do I owe these different amounts? Explain this to me. And I'm handing you the rent. I also, too, you and your staff are giving me a receipt to it. And they said, well, we got on our ledger, see here. I said, what do you mean see here? See, look, I don't even have my glasses. The fuck you mean you ain't got your glasses? Where are these fees coming from? Where are the copies of my goddamn money orders I sent you, bitch? Where are they at? And so she couldn't even explain. She told me, it's too much paper. I said, it's too much goddamn paper for you to make copies of my own motherfucking money orders I handed your ass, goddamn. Now, mind you, when I put on my money orders, right, I don't get them from the liquor store. I don't get them from the fucking goddamn grocery store, none of that shit. When I get my money, I get them straight from my bank. And see, my bank, right, I have a really great bank. Costs about $3 to get the money order. And you're probably thinking, oh my God, that's kind of high or whatever. Oh, no. There's privileges. I get that shit. I tell them what type of money order I need. They actually literally type up the money order, the name of the company, my name on there, who it's to, who it's from, things like that. And then after that, they put it inside the envelope. They give it to me. If the money order is fucked up, they will fucking cancel it out. They will go ahead and print me a new one. They'll also turn the screen to my ass and make sure, is this shit correct? Oh, okay, we need to put an apostrophe here, a hyphen here. Oh, we need to change the date here. Yeah, I get convenience. You go to the post office, liquor store, grocery store, you get that blank motherfucking thing. You just got to fill it out yourself. And that's that. You know, understand? I like the convenience, okay? I don't mind paying the extra fee, goddammit. Plus, it got a tracking number on there. Plus, it got an account number on there. So if that motherfucking money order is deposited in anybody's account besides said company, they can track that motherfucker, okay? I like that shit, okay? So anyway, right? So I asked her, where the fuck am I copying my money? She couldn't even tell me. She said it was too much. So you owe this. So she kept just putting these letters on my door for these different amounts. And I asked her, I said, where are these amounts coming from? See, I don't know. This is just what we say in our leisure. And I said, okay, cool, right? So I'm sitting back, I'm like, damn. And then they're sending me these possession of my property. We're going to take possession of your place and all this shit, right? So mind you, I'm sitting up here, right? Because me and my daughter, we suffered from homelessness before. I didn't want to be fucking homeless for shit, okay? So I thought like any other dad would do, a father would do, okay? Not the baby daddy, a father, a fucking father who's there do. My daughter's in the other room. I'm there for my kid. You understand? All right. So what the fuck you think I did? So I stayed up all night, right? You know, applying at different, places or whatever and getting on lists and all that shit, right? Because I was just up. Talked to the attorney, right? The next day I'm up, right? I went to the attorney who handled the fucking goddamn case for the class action lawsuit. And he had advised me, you need to contact HUD. Also, do you got copies of all your rent receipts? I said, yeah. I got them up for like 6-7 months. He said, give them all to me. I said, okay. If by chance they serve you papers with a court order on there, bring them to my office and I'll talk to my lead attorney to see if we can represent you, right? I said, you guys can do that? He said, yeah. He said, well, you got to remember, we're trial attorneys, real estate trial attorneys here in Missouri. I said, wow, this is fucking crazy. And I said, yeah, see, majority of attorneys, he broke it down to me. He said, majority of attorneys do litigation work. Okay. We actually do trial. I said, hold up, trial attorneys. I said, I've seen them in family law. I've seen them in criminal law, right? But I've never seen them in real estate law. So I said, you mean to tell me that you guys act a fool, do the singing and the dancing and the marching? He said, we do all that. Because me and you both know, everybody who's watching my channel, when motherfuckers go to trial, the gloves come off, okay? Motherfuckers hit below the waist. Motherfuckers calling you out for your bullshit. Motherfuckers start presenting elevates. Trial, you understand? There's a difference between trial and the actual real court date. You understand? Trial's a bad motherfucker. I ain't bullshitting. So what ended up happening? So I contact HUD. HUD had told me to contact this other company in Missouri called MHDC. I contacted them, right? And I'm letting you know where shit starting comes in at, right? This is shit starting, okay? The other topic. And MHDC, they're a private HUD company that they actually do first-time home buyer programs, low-income based housing. They also do, any type of rental property that is unlivable or habitable, slumlords. I mean, they actually investigate these things. So HUD had a protocol where you have to contact these guys first. They have to contact both the owner and the property management company first to let them both know what's going on. If they don't get any leeway from them, then that's when they reach out to us. I said, okay, cool. Contacted them, right? Told them the situation and everything. They was on it quick. They had me speak to what they call an investigator. Investigator go ahead and actually does what? Says, I'm going to contact the owner and I'm going to get down to the penny of how much you owe. I said, okay, cool. She called me back within 24 hours. I was like, what's going on? She said, you told me you got a copy of your money orders and all this shit. I said, okay, cool. Yeah, I got copies of the money orders. Send them out to me. Send all the money orders to her. What the fuck you think happened? They seen those motherfucking money orders, right? Guess what the fuck happened, y'all? Guess what happened? She see the money orders, and she said, look, because I sent them all through PDF, right? And in color, right? She seen them money orders. I was an investigator. She seen the money order. You know what the fuck that motherfucker said? Damn, not only you pay your fucking rent, but you pay that shit early. I said, yes. And not only early, you pay it like a week, 2 weeks. I said, yes. I don't fuck around. And she said, I'm contacting not only the property manager, but the person who is over the lady at the complex, and I'm contacting the owner, and I'm showing them these. They showed them that shit, man. Listen, all the fees that they occurred, that they falsely accused me of, disappeared. They said, you will not. I said, I'm tired of me and my daughter getting harassed. And she said, you're not going to get harassed anymore. I'm emailing this information right now. They're trying to apologize, and they're saying that, hey, we're updating the ledger. Expect a phone call. I said, expect a phone call from who? From so-and-so. I was like, okay. Phone call came in about 3 days after that incident. And she went from this evil bitch of, because remember when I was telling her, hey, we can't be homeless. This bitch was laughing about it. You about to be homeless? Bitch. You gonna laugh at a motherfucker who pay your rent, don't cause any trouble, that's about to be homeless with a kid? That is fucking pathetic. So what the fuck you think happened, man? She went from laughing to calling me up. How you doing, Mr. GG? My name is so-and-so. I just want to let you know we updated your ledger. You don't owe anything. Please give us a call if you have any questions. Right? She changed her whole tune. Okay? I went up there, not only paid I was on the current rent, but I went up there and turned in more rent that was early. And this bitch set up and went from this evil, maniacal, laughy, smirky bitch, right, to it was a smooth transaction. That bitch wrote my goddamn fucking receipt out, took my money order, and left out. Usually she'll say, oh, yeah, you need to sign this. You need to sign it. Just some surprise shit. No. But this is the more of the story. I'm trying to tell you guys where the shit starts. See, sometimes you have to let the shit starter know that they got bosses too. Male, female, doesn't matter. You understand? You dealing with the female that's shit starter, man, go to the goddamn mama. Go up the ranks, go to the grandma. And most likely they're gonna check that bitch. You understand? In this particular case, right, it was dealing with business. You understand? This bitch didn't know that I had connections to other people that also had connections to her boss. She thought that she was queen shit of Turd Mountain. You understand? So the moral story of this, and I want you guys to understand this. Shit starters, they come in different sizes, different shape and different sizes, okay? They can be going through some shit at their fucking household, man, from the husband ain't giving them no dick to the wife and shit that cheated on the man, they didn't get paid, and they will take that shit out on you and start shit with you because of what the fuck they got going through in their life. Listen, do not let that man or woman dictate or control your life based on what the fuck is going on with them. What's going on with them don't have a motherfucking thing to do with your ass. Do you understand me? What's going on in their personal life does not have anything, and I mean anything, to do with you. Do you understand that? So yeah. And, it's the harsh truth, but just what it is, So, but sometimes you got to do that shit, man. Sometimes you have to actually illustrate to people the God honest truth, man. And sometimes, man, I also believe in this too. What's in dark should clearly come to light. And in that particular case, something did come to light, But yeah, I had like too many, shit starting situations. I even had a situation not long ago that when I was taking my daughter, we was on the bus, You know, because Kansas City, we got both cars and public transportation and shit. We checking this motherfucker. And I was on the bus one day, and motherfucker had told me, this out of the blue, there's a bus driver that I had talked to, right? We talked to every morning, cool white man, and we talk every morning. He drives the bus. I'm on this pole, and I sit there and just talk to him and everything. He has a great time with me, man, every time. Like, older guy, man. He's cool in the mother. He's just cool. And some motherfucking dude who comes on the bus, this motherfucker looks like Mr. Clean on crack, bald head and everything. You know, you ever imagine a crackhead Mr. Clean that's black? That's how that motherfucker looks, okay? Bald head and every damn thing, right? But on crack, you have to realize this shit, okay? Now, hold on. Let me go to the chat real quick. Modern Gnosis also said a few things also. Let me go back here. Modern Gnosis said, these Western women are starting to understand that we are not coming back. This is driving them crazier and crazier. We're not fucking coming back. Fuck no. Fuck no, man. And then Modern Gnosis said, yep, I use a cashier's check from my bank also. Best paper trail to prevent the landlord to screw you over. Yes, man. Listen, I'm telling you, cashier's check or money order, right? Cashier's check is pretty strong, man. That's a pretty strong item you use. Cashier's check or money order, man, is very, very strong. Hands down, man. Because it got the bank's label on there. And Modern Gnosis, meaning you, is that bank going to play with their ass? Is that bank about to play with their ass, okay? All right. Now, I don't know, Modern Gnosis, have you been in a situation where the landlord has actually tried to screw you over? But in my particular situation, you know, I've been in that situation, and you know, and what ended up happening was the landlord didn't realize though that I was smart enough to actually know what the fuck that I was doing. You understand? So, like I said again, you know, link us in the chat if you'd like to join, man. You know, link us in the chat if you want to join. But yeah, but some of the landlords and people like that, man, they underestimate your intelligence. You understand? Your intelligence, they try to insult your intelligence, man. But yeah, but I told you that bitch thought she was queen shit of Turd Mountain, went to a fuck. I had to humble that bitch real quick, you know? And sometimes it takes that shit start motherfucker to get humbled sometimes, you know? Or whatever the fuck's going on in their life, right? They like to take this shit out on you. They do, you know? So, but anyways, though, like I was saying, man, I was on bus one day. And the guy told me, man, was sitting in one chair. I'm standing up on the bus talking to the driver. We laughing and we talking and everything. You know, that motherfucker told me, I need to use that pole. You need to get off that pole. Bus driver's like, what the hell? What's going on? And so bus driver just kept driving. And he told bus driver, you about to lose your job. Bus driver's like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is some shit just out of nowhere. You know, like I told you, shit starters like to start shit just out of nowhere. This particular guy was called a shit starting passive aggressive motherfucker. You hear me? I'm gonna say it again. A shit starting passive aggressive motherfucker. Okay. What the fuck you think happened? Well, he sat up there and told me, you need to give me that damn pole. I didn't say nothing to him. So he rang the bell. Bus driver needed to let him off and everything. And he said, I told you to give me that pole. And I said, you see that seat you sitting in? How do you know I didn't need that seat? He said, I don't talk to the devil. And I said, I don't talk to Lucifer either. And he was getting off the bus, and some young cat in the bus said, get your bitch ass off the motherfucking bus. And I told him, I said, you heard a young cat back there, he told you to get off that bus. And he told that bus driver, you're going to lose your motherfucking job. Just got off the bus. Bus driver like spoke like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I'm wondering what the fuck is wrong with this guy. You understand? But the moral of the story I'm trying to tell you guys is this, okay? Shit starters come in different sizes, man. They just love starting shit, okay? A lot of them got psychological problems. A lot of them got behavioral health problems. You understand? That's just what they do. Behavioral health, psychological problems. That's just how they roll, okay? Will they actually understand their own behavior? I don't think so. The only person who's going to really understand their own behavior is if they sit down, look in the goddamn mirror, and fucking realize, though, right, that they are fucked up in the head. You understand? They have to realize that they are fucked up in the head. You understand? It's not up to me. It's not up to your ass. They have to sit down to themselves and realize, man, I'm a fucked up person. I got to do what I got to do to fix this shit. You know, I got to go to therapy. I need to see a psychologist, whatever the fuck it takes. You understand? Whatever the fuck it takes. So, but anyways, though, I got a video I want to share to you guys. It's about Coach Red Pill. And he was talking about the truth, how the truth hurts. See, in my situations, when I was explaining that shit to you guys, right, I was explaining it from a position of truth. And a lot of truth that I actually had to spill to you guys what exactly happened to my life. And some of these people, right, even some of the people that come and go, they hate for when your ass spit the truth. You understand? I had so many passive aggressive motherfuckers, man, to the point that I was having conversations with other people. And the passive aggressive person, right, was so passive aggressive to the point they thought I was talking to them, but I was talking to somebody else. I'm going to tell you like this. The truth motherfucking hurts. Did you know that? The truth hurts. You can tell anybody anything, but the truth hurts. So I'm about to play a video by Coach Red Pill back in the day. R.I.P. Coach Red Pill. Make sure you click the like button. We're going to go ahead and play this video. I'm going to do a little bit of a reaction to it because this was a very good video, in my opinion. Without further ado, let me see if we can go ahead and do our thing on this thing, you know. So I hope all goes well with you guys, you know. Where's that bad boy at? Boom. That's it. I found it, y'all. I found it. So let me see. I'm going to go ahead and blow the screen up real quick. Yeah, I'm just going ahead, man, put this thing up for y'all real quick. So anyway, there it is. Hopefully y'all can see that shit. So anyway, it's true. The truth actually gets people angry, you know. So we're going to go ahead and play this video. Make sure you guys click the like button. Hope all goes well for you. And until then, let's play this shit.
Have you noticed how people get incredibly angry when you tell them the truth? Yeah, you tell them the truth about whatever, right? And a lot of times they will become extremely upset. Now, of course, this doesn't happen always. It happens once in a while in certain situations. It's important to understand what's going on. It's important to understand it because I bet a lot of times you've been the one who gets really upset when you learn some truth, right? And it's important to understand why this is happening to you, why it's happening to other people, so you can control it and manage it. You can control it in yourself and manage it insofar as other people. Understand what's going on and therefore predict when this anger will subside, and you can just move on. You see, getting angry at the truth happens when two things are going on. Number one, you believe something that is erroneous. And number two, the thing that you believe that is wrong is important to you. See, suppose I think that, it's going to rain tomorrow, and tomorrow comes and it doesn't rain, right? Am I going to be incredibly upset that my belief that it was going to rain tomorrow didn't come true? No, because whether it rains or not is trivial, right? It's not going to matter. Oh, it didn't rain and I was sure it was going to. And so I'm so angry and upset at the world. And, God, you did not bring the rain as I expected. I mean, come on, right? Nobody's going to say that. But suppose, for instance, that you thought that your woman was loyal and it turns out that she's a whore. Imagine that she's like gobbled down, I don't know, 17 cocks in 6 months or something of the sort, right? I mean, you're going to be pretty disappointed, right? Of course you are. Basically, what we're talking about is the reaction you will have when you feel that you have been fooled, when you believed one thing and it turned out to be completely different. And the thing you believed in was really important to you. And you'd probably been led to believe this thing by somebody telling you something, right? Somebody basically, feeding you bullshit that you bought until finally you discovered the truth and you realized that it was all bullshit. And this very important thing to you is not as you thought it to be. That's when you're going to get really angry. You're going to get incredibly upset. And in your anger, you are likely to do things that are foolish or foolhardy. Not always, of course, but sometimes it can happen. Okay? Now, this is the thing. When you realize that you have been fooled, when you realize that what you believed is very different from what is actually going on, and you become very angry, and you become angry at the truth, and more often than not, you'll become angry at the truth teller, at the guy who's telling you the truth about a given situation, right? You'll become very angry with him or her. You'll become very angry at whatever the fuck is going on. Well, the thing that you have to do is simply write out that anger. Just write it out, but don't do anything foolish during that period. A lot of guys say that what you should do is bottle in your anger. If you realize that you've been fooled, if you realize that the truth is far different from what you believed, you should just rein in your anger and control it like a wild stallion, right? You shouldn't let go of the reins. I completely disagree. I think that what you should do is just express your anger, express your frustration and disappointment, but try to express it in ways that are harmless or aren't going to cause any lasting damage to you. Because you see, anger, rage, is a natural emotion. And it is foolish to deny these natural emotions. Rather, you should channel them. It's like water. You know, when you're trying to control water, you don't fight the water, you build a dam, you build channels and canals and what have you, so that the water does what you want it to do, not flood you and overwhelm you. You see what I'm saying? You become incredibly angry when you realize something, channel it, let off that steam, just get it out of your system. It'll take a few hours, maybe a day or two, or maybe a week or a month even. It depends on the disappointment, but let it out of your system before you start making big decisions. It's better to have, ridden out the rage, gotten it out of your system, and then act, than to start acting willy-nilly at the behest of your rage, controlled by your rage. Because like I always tell you guys, the last thing you should ever do is be controlled by your emotions, including rage. Rage is the worst emotion of them all, because a lot of times it makes you do things that you think are just incredibly good ideas, and then 5 minutes later, once the rage is past, you realize that it was the worst thing you could have done. Once you have let go of this rage, let it gone through you, then you act. And then you act rationally. You act rationally and understand what's going on. Understand that you believed one thing and the truth was very different. And that's how you have to proceed. It happens to all of us. And as you get older, these disappointments between what you thought and what is actually going on, it's not that they're going to become wider, although they do become wider, but what will happen is that you'll sort of get used to it. You'll build up an immunity. And so these disappointments, which are quite natural, well, you'll be able to ride them out and not be in the grips of rage, not be beholden and controlled by rage. You see what I'm saying? Now, insofar as other people are concerned, and perhaps other people who are angry at you for pointing out the truth, well, that's a different story. You see, it's happened to me countless times that I've pointed out the truth about something, and people got all upset with me. I mean, they really hated my guts, right? I mean, they wanted to kill me and insulted me and blah, blah, blah. I've been the focus of this many, many times because it's my nature. I'm the little boy in the story of the Emperor's New Clothes. I'm the little boy who points and says, hey, that man is not wearing any clothes. Yeah, I'm that guy. I've always been that guy because I always pay attention to what's going on and often is not realized before anybody else that, somebody's pulling a fast one. And that's caused me a lot of problems and brought me a lot of hate and a lot of just, shit flinging my way for having told the truth. But it's taught me how to manage people who are in the grips of this anger when they've been shown the truth. What you have to do is treat them like a tantrumy child. See these drawings here? They're my children's, right? My daughter's 5 and my son is about to turn 4, right? Now, these drawings, they're lovely, they're beautiful, but to me, they represent me, weathering through their tantrums, because adults are just like children when they become disappointed and they throw a tantrum. And what you have to do is sort of like understand that they are suffering this emotion and just let it ride out. Let them get it out of their system and not take it personally. When they fling shit your way because you've pointed out the truth, you got to realize it's not you that they're angry with. It's them. Because that's the truth. See, when you realize that you thought one thing and the truth was radically.
And then pause that real quick, you guys. Listen to shit, okay? Listen to shit, and I mean it fucking carefully, okay? See, the thing is this, okay? When you are in the position, right, and you end up, how can I put it, calling the person out on their bullshit, you're going to be in that fucking position, though, right, where the person either you were not talking to or you were talking to someone else and they indirectly heard your motherfucking ass. They're going to take offense to you telling the God honest truth. Right hand to God. You ask me. I swear I can relate to this shit. For you to be honest and tell the God honest truth, right? You are going to always be in the threat of the person that you hit home with. All right. I'm just what it is. And you listen, you don't even have to be talking directly to the person. That's what tickles my ass. You could be talking to, like me, I'm on YouTube, right? Or some of the other YouTubers or whatever. We could be talking in general. And there's always that one person or group of people that assume that it's them, and they will take their anger out on you because you called them out, right? And you didn't even call them out directly. Hell, you called them out fucking indirectly. So I don't know. It's fucking sad, isn't it, you guys? It's fucking sad, you know. Okay, let's go back and play this goddamn video.
Different. You're angry at the messenger who told you this, you're angry at whatever circumstances and what have you, but ultimately what you're really angry with, or the person you are truly angry with, is yourself. Because you realize you were fooled. You believed one thing erroneously, and you put a lot of emotional chips in this belief, whether you realized it or not. You believed one thing, and it turned out that that belief was false, and you become very angry. And you direct it at other people, the people who told you the truth. You blame it on circumstances. You blame it on society or some bullshit like that, or white privilege. I mean, where the fuck you think that comes from, right? You blame it on everybody else. And slowly but surely, you'll start to realize that the one you have to blame is yourself. You got taken in. You believe something wrong. And that's very difficult for people to accept. It's very difficult for people to accept the fact that they were wrong. And you just have to let them just get it out of their system, weather the storm, understand that the shit that they're flinging your way is not really you. They don't give a shit about you. They give a shit about themselves. And that anger with themselves expresses itself outwardly. Don't take it personally. And don't fold either. Because a lot of times, you know, there'll be this urge that when you tell the truth and everybody gets upset with you, there'll be this urge to fold, to say, oh, no, right, you're right and I'm wrong. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. You got to control that urge. You got to control that impulse. It's natural. You don't want to be in the firing line. But in the long run, when you're proven right, everything will be aces. Everything will be going your way, and people will always remember that you stood up and spoke the truth when it mattered. Because that's the thing. At the end of the day, all that matters is the truth. Any lies, any bullshit, it doesn't matter. It's short-term obfuscation, any kind of lie or bullshit. Short-term obfuscation, but in the end, the truth always comes out. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but it ultimately does come out. And the people who stood by the truth and spoke the truth when it mattered, people remember them and respect them. And the people who told lies, they always get found out. Always. What's that saying? The truth will out? Absolutely goddamn right.
Yeah, it's the fucking real shit, man. It's real, man. It is real. That shit's real, man. I can't make this shit up. Yeah, man. So when it all boils down to it, you guys, and you guys have to really understand this, okay? Right? just because, a person is starting shit, right, doesn't necessarily mean, right, that it's your fault, right? It's usually something that's going on mentally with them, but they have to express it outward towards your ass. Did you know that? Some of us didn't know that. I didn't even know that shit. I had no idea, but I found that shit out like years ago, whatever, right? And I'm still learning about some of these things today. People expressing outwards of anger and shit startery and passive aggressiveness or whatever, right? And they take this shit out on me because of whatever the fuck is going on in their life. You understand? Who knows? We don't know what's going on in their life. Have you ever had a person that was threatened of your success? I think probably everybody in the fucking chat or people who are looking up in the cuts can probably agree to that shit. You understand? Have you ever had a person who was way more successful than you, but still was threatened and jealous of your ass? I got a story about that shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking yeah. I can sell that shit for real. And I got a lot of stories on that shit. Matter of fact, here, let me tell you this. I like these story times, because I can go on for days on this shit, man, for real. I like these story times. These story times and MGTOW Waltz chants or whatever, I can go on for fucking days about this shit. You understand? Click the like button as you come in. Click the subscribe button too. I know there's not many people participating today, but I appreciate the little bit that's on this motherfucker. Okay? So hear me out. I had a situation where I was wholesaling, okay? And I had a partner of mine, okay? And at the time, we called ourselves the Flip Brothers. He flipped cars, I flipped houses. That's just what we did, okay? And I tried to make this thing clear to him, right? That flipping cars versus flipping houses, these are totally two different things. See, in flipping cars, the money comes fast. It does. You can flip a car in about a week, okay? And you get small chunks, $1,500, $3,000, whatever, right? $5,000, whatever, right? Okay, small chunks. In wholesaling a house, right? There's no money out of pocket, no credit check, no license required, no experience required. The only money you are investing is into your marketing and your advertising. That is it. All right. And this is wholesaling houses, land, or commercial. You understand? Or multifamily. Depends on what niche you want to be in, or whatever, right? Even mobile homes. Okay. All right. And so he just had a hard time understanding that shit. So one day, I actually told him, I said, well, hey, man, and mind you, I cut this motherfucker off too, by the way, okay? Let that motherfucker tell any price. Say, yeah, I cut that motherfucker off because of this. So I told that motherfucker, right? I said, well, listen, take me to the title company to collect my check, man. I will pay you $100, right? Title company wasn't that far, but hey, I wanted to pay him $100, not only to take me to the title company to get my check, but to cash it, right? Because I always take my checks, go to the title company, bank, and cash it at their bank. That's how I roll. You understand? I don't fuck around. Shit. I'm gonna go to their bank and cash it because there's either no fees or a little small fee. If I go to a check cashing place or whatever, at the time I didn't have a bank account, so hey. So he said, I don't need your money. So he pulled out a whole bunch of money, right? I'm like, okay, nigga, that's cool. You got your money. All right, cool. Can you please take me there? He took me there. And he put out the money. I think it was like $5,600, whatever, right? Put out this stuff or whatever. And mind you, he got this clean ass whip. He kept a lot of clean whips. I'm not gonna lie. Mind you, I'm walking. I'm homeless in the motherfucker. I'm couch hopping my ass off, okay? At the time, right? That's why I like real estate. Real estate will take your ass from being homeless to being back in the game like that, I go pick up my check, right, for flipping and wholesaling this vacant duplex. I got under contract for like 30, flip and wholesale that duplex for like 40 grand minus closing cost fees and all that shit. I took home $8,000. It was like $8,118, right? I can go ahead. I can share the screen for you, let you know I'm not lying. I will go to my motherfucking. I'll go to my Google Photos, man. I took a picture of every assignment fee check. I'll show you that shit right now, man, for real. All right, because I took pictures of my checks. I don't fuck around, man. When I make that bread, I go out there and get it. Fuck you think happened? I pick up the check, and after that, he was like, damn, you got your shit. You got your shit. I'm like, yeah, I got it, man. Run me to the bank. He runs me to the bank, and he's like, fuck, I ain't even, damn, I think I could do better than this. And I'm like, what do you mean do better than this? Fuck, you just picked up $8,000? I'm like, yeah. But I said, I haven't cashed the check yet. We're going to the drive-thru. I'm gonna show you how passive aggressive jealous motherfuckers roll. You all right? That's what I'm going somewhere with this goddamn story. So listen to me now. Listen to me. Go on that motherfucker. We go to the bank drive-thru and we sign the check, right? Bank about to close at 6. We make it there like 5:37. Show them the ID. And they said, Mr. So-and-so, yes, how would you like your money back? I said, I want all $50 bills. I like 50. Some people like hundreds. I like 50s. That's just me. Give me my grants. All right. So they cut me out all 50s, and the $18 and shit. And they handed to me. And as they were handed to me, he said, watch out, dude. I'm like, what you mean, watch out? And he snatched the wallet from her and slowly give it to me. I'm like, wow. My own money, like, wow. Like, he wanted to be authoritative over the money I'm getting. I'm like, damn. So he handed me the money, and I put it in my lap. He pulls up. He looks at his money. I count my money and everything. He said, fuck, I'm tired of this shit. I said, what do you mean? What are you tired of? What's going on, man? And I paid him $100. So I don't want no fucking $100. I said, why? Man, you made more motherfucking money than I did. And I was like, what does that got to do with anything, nigga? The fuck this got to do with anything, nigga? Shit, you got to realize we in two different fields. You flip cars, I flip fucking houses, man. I told you clearly. Your chunks are going to be coming quicker than I had to wait. Listen, when we flip these deals, they come anywhere between typically 30 to 60 days. Okay? 30 to 60 days to close one deal. You understand? And you have to realize that. And I didn't know that motherfucker was that jealous. I didn't know. I had no fucking idea. When you got homies around you, you would think these motherfuckers right here got your back. You would think they got your back, but you don't know that these motherfuckers out here envy your ass, man. You don't fucking know that shit, man. You don't fucking know. Fuck no. They are out here to hate on your motherfucking ass, man. I don't care what kind of degree you got. Listen, I'm homeless. This motherfucker popping up, man, in a clean ass candy paint, green ass motherfucking Chevy Caprice. This motherfucker was clean. Okay? Candy paint, green, okay? Imagine what that shit looks like, man. I'm homeless. You understand? And then I flipped one more deal after that, right? And I made my biggest deal there. I'll show you the fucking screen. Anybody think I'm lying right now saying, oh, this nigga ain't made no damn money? I will show you the goddamn screen. It'll have my name on there, show the check on there, all that shit. I don't bullshit. I made $40,000. This nigga got pissed off, told me, well, you ain't gonna come over and hang out with your homie? I said, nigga, I got shit to do. I'm homeless on this goddamn street. I got a baby I gotta take care of, motherfucker. I got my daughter I gotta take care of. What the fuck you think happened? After I handled my shit or whatever, swooped over to a spot. Me and my daughter took a picture of that check like $40,000. I never make that. That was the biggest check I ever made in wholesaling. He fucking threw all his money on the fucking ground. We are at his house. His woman was so cool. She was like, baby, why don't you go into this field with Gigi? Gigi's been trying to get you inside of this field. This nigga told, man, I like my cars and shit, but goddamn, he touched his first 40 before I can touch my first 20. If somebody told you some shit like that, what type of motherfucker is that? He touched his first 40 before I touched my first 20. The first thing should be going through your goddamn mind is, hey, I see my buddy going through this. I better sit my stubborn ass down, listen to him, and see if he can help me out. And I'm offering free training on this shit, free videos, how to get the contracts, how to get the title companies, the whole goddamn blueprint. I got a guest though that's coming in, you guys though, that's going to join. This is my boy Jay Lion. Make sure you guys click the like button as you come in, click the subscribe button. We are on today's topic. We're talking about passive aggressive people and professional shit starters, okay? All right. And all of this shit all raging to psychological problems and also to people who have mental behavior health issues, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring my guest onto the show. Mr. Jay Lion, man, from the Louisville. How you doing? This is Mr. GG, Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel from South Kansas City, Missouri. Good to see you. How you doing? Can you hear us loud and clear? Can you unmute your mic? Well, I guess he disappeared. I don't know where the fuck he went. But anyway, like I said, $40,000 goddamn dollars. $40,000, man. That motherfucker asked me. That motherfucker got pissed off. I touched my, you touched your first 40 if I can touch my, well, who the fuck would say some shit like that? I had to cut that motherfucker off, man. Why you starting shit, man? Why can't we just be people who compliment each other? That doesn't sound like no damn motivational ass shit. That sound like low key, God damn it, you jealous or hating nigga? No. If anything, you should be, every time that motherfucker got a deal, that motivated me to say, okay, I got to do better. It took me, man, to get that $40,000, man, every bit of 60 days, man, to get that motherfucking money. Every bit. And I got that shit. I got that motherfucker. It was a big-ass Brady Bunch house. Y'all young in the chat. Y'all know, if y'all do some research, if you young, type in what the Brady Bunch is. Brady Bunch house, big in the motherfucker, man. Yeah, it was one of them houses. Yeah, man, I got rid of that shit. I talked the seller down from 75 down to 45, got under contract for 45, flipped that motherfucker right for 90 minus closing costs and all that shit, closing costs and fees and all that shit was like 2,000 plus, you know, the rest of it. And then after that, you know, pretty much I took home a $40,000 assignment fee. Listen, you guys, don't let motherfuckers out here, man, destroy your success, man. I'm telling you this shit. Here, matter of fact, let me see. Let me show you guys. Make sure you guys click the like button as you come in. I'm gonna go ahead. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna stop the camera, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm about to show you guys. I'm about to show you motherfuckers. I'm not lying. I've been out of the game for a little bit, you know, just a little bit. But I'm gonna show you guys my assignment fee checks. You know, these are the checks that I have done in my life, man. I've actually did this shit, man. I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of successes. But, hey, man, I did what the fuck I had to do, man. Me and my baby, man, we were fucking like homeless in the motherfucker. And as we were homeless and shit, man, you know, I did what the fuck I got to do, man. And I got that motherfucking check. I'll tell you that. I got that check, you know, shit. You know, so, but like I said, you'd be surprised out here, man, who actually like to start shit and got like low key jealousy. They're just very, very low key jealousy, man. And they just intend on starting shit just to ruin peace, man. And you can have a very peaceful, fulfilling atmosphere, and you got this motherfucker want to figure out some type of way to destroy your happiness. You understand? All right. And remember, these are like small checks I'm making, like $2,000, $8,000. This motherfucker got a full house. He got a nice ass car, man. And here I go homeless on the street. And because I make my little money and shit, your motherfucking ass sit up here, man, and start shit. Why are you starting shit, man? Why is it a problem that I'm making my money, man? Shit, you know, for real. If anything, you should be saying congratulations and shit. I'm thinking this motherfucker on my team, he support me and all this shit. But come to find out, this motherfucker wasn't on my goddamn team. This motherfucker, man, low key was trying to figure out how to compete. Why you gotta compete? Why would you compete with your own homie? The fuck is wrong with you? Where did Jay Line go? Jay Line didn't even come back. But like I said, though, man, why would you have to compete with somebody, man, that you supposed to be working side by side with. You see, let me see. Here's one right here. Let me see. I'm gonna show this. Okay, this one right here. This is my my very first one here. Let me see here. Make sure y'all know I ain't lying about this shit. Okay, let me see. Boom. See that right there? This one right here. This is my very first assignment fee check. That one's for $2,000. You understand? This was back in what 2016. Shit. You know, my very first one, you know, flipping one of those deals, right? You see here it says City of Kansas City. Just let y'all know I'm from here. I don't fuck around, man. I do not fuck around. You understand? I don't fuck around, man. You know, I don't fuck around. And then let me see. I'm gonna see if I can I find another one? I said, let me see if I can find another one. Let me find another one for y'all. Okay, cool. Yeah, here you go. This is the one right here where he fucking started complaining like a little pussy. Why are you complaining? Why are you hating, man? Stop. You know, stop that shit. You understand? Look at that shit. All right. Look, this is little baby checks and shit. This is like a damn year later and shit. I had other checks since then and shit. And then, you know, there's $8,108 $118.39. That was the one that caused him to throw his fucking money and fucking complain. You understand? Complain. The fuck you complaining about? Stop. Stop your fucking complaining, man. If you're gonna be with somebody, man, you gotta be supportive of it. You understand? You know, and it let me know that motherfucking system worked. You understand? It worked. Let me show the other one too. This is the one right here. He started complaining. His woman was supportive of sitting up here telling him, baby, why don't you get into the field with Gigi, man? He's trying to help you. I just want to flip cars and shit, man. Listen, like I said, these are the signs of a goddamn shit starter. You understand? Shit starters, they cannot stop under any circumstance, man, starting shit, you know? They can't stop, man. It's just how they function. I don't know why. You understand? I do not know why does a shit starter continue to start shit, you know? This is just how they function. You understand? You know? A lot of them have, to me, a lot of built up envy, a lot of built up jealousy and shit. And they will take this shit out on your ass every time. You understand? Here's another one. Where's that motherfucker? I'm gonna share. Here's another. This is a little baby one I got. Okay. I flipped this one, man. I made a couple grand off that motherfucker. Let me see. All right, boom. This is another one. This one right here. This one's like $2,475. That was a little small one and shit, you know. I always get them, you know. I just get them from time to time. It's just how the shit goes. You understand? All right, let me go to another one. Let me see if I can find it. I like to, you know, show off my work and let you guys know I'm not full of shit on this channel. You know, I ain't got time for this shit. I'm just showing you guys a few checks. I have more than this and shit. You know, look, here's one right here. This is the one right here where I had a cash buyer. He dropped down some motherfucking money to my motherfucking ass and shit. Right? Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, here you go. Now this is way back. Okay, this is way back. All right. Let me see here. Let me see. Share the screen. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play this. This is me back in the day, y'all. Okay. All right, get ready, y'all. Let me see here. Man, at least we count this shit, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we know that it's there, so we can just
fuck it. Thousands of dollars. I'm gonna play with this shit.
Okay.
God motherfucking damn shit. At least you know all this motherfucking shit's fucking here. Shit. Better count all this fucking shit out, man. This is a goddamn shame. Yeah, for real. They don't like getting fucking money orders. Either that, I don't think they know what a bank account is. I think they just got papers, you know, or they don't even have it. They just come over and say, "Fuck it, man. Here, we want house. Here's money. Fuck it." This is what they say. They said, "We want house. Fuck it." That's what the fuck they say. Goddamn. Oh, goddamn money. Racks upon racks. That's that nigga Maddox say. Racks, nigga. Shit. That's a damn fucking shit. Look at this shit. Goddamn. Can't keep none of this goddamn shit. Got this. But anyway, though, like I said, I'm gonna stop showing that shit too, man. But like I said, though, I have my little successes, but also, I got my guest coming back here. I have my guest coming back here. J Line, you back here, man? J Line, you back? Hey,
Yeah,
what's
what's
going
up,
on?
man?
Welcome back to the show. You disappeared and came back, man.
Yeah,
You okay over there?
yeah, man. What's up going on, man?
Oh, nothing, man. We just talking about, man, on the topic here, man. We talking about passive aggressive people and professional shit starters. People who just
No, yeah.
start, people who start shit for no goddamn reason, and then passive aggressive motherfuckers. This is what the hell we talking about. So I'm showing people like some of my real estate transactions that I made, and I had like a partner. I had to cut that motherfucker off because he
No.
was showing low key jealousy and shit like that. Just hating for no goddamn reason and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, well, it's a hating type of culture. So you have a culture here that's built off like high school stuff. American culture is very immature type of culture. It's a culture of dysfunction and basically it's all about flexing and all this type of so I think that it's a strange culture in that way. So it's like, um, yeah, man, it's all messed. It's a messed up environment. So I think that I look at it like this: is like for like guys who think like me, is basically America is basically a culture prison. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I was saying this to Pablo. Huh? He said, "I'm gonna use that." Huh? And
Yeah,
it's basically a culture prison. Huh?
I was showing a couple of guys up here who was looking in the chat, man, and showing these mother. I listen. This is back when I was making like a lot of money in real estate and everything. I'm just showing just few of my checks and everything. This is a totally different one. I showed like a bunch of them earlier and everything, and then I just played that little mini video of that money that we was counting out on the damn bed and shit. And the partner of mine who I had at the time, that motherfucker, man, he threw his money on the floor, got pissed off. Why are you making more money than me? And you touched your first 40 grand before I could, man. I try to tell that motherfucker, we in two different fields. I'm in real estate, you flip cars. You can't compare the fields and get pissed off that the results are different from your field. And especially if you got a partner here who's trying to introduce you to this for free so you can do the same thing, have the same results, if not better. But it all depends on you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just like you don't got time for it. You got to do what's for you, and you find a way to make that money. Like I'm not gonna compare myself to somebody who's playing
Thank you.
professional sports, making a millionaire, right?
Thank you.
And what I'm saying it's always gonna be somebody that got more money than you. So okay, I got 5 million, 6 million. It's gonna somebody that have 100 million. Okay, I got 500 million. Oh, well, this other person got you know um 20 billion or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you trying to compare yourself, you do the best with what you can do, and as long as you're making more than the average person and stuff like there's people in the world that don't even make that. Huh?
All right,
It's
listen.
people that make, huh?
I'm gonna show you a guy in our community that
Mm.
inspired me, that made more money than my ass, right? On his, I think, yeah, on his first deal. His first deal. He was in California. I'm in Missouri. Okay. And me and you both know the cost of living in California is going to be totally different than in Missouri. Can we
Oh yeah,
agree
yeah,
upon that?
yeah. You
So,
got homeless people. They got a homeless problem in California. California's all messed up right now. Huh?
yeah. But look, if you look at this, I'm sharing the screen. Look at this motherfucker right here. All right. This guy was in our community right here, made, oh, listen, $284,824. You hear me? There's six-figure income. One deal, just one of those in flipping and wholesaling. You understand? One deal. Listen, that guy don't know me for anything. We are in a community, right, full of real estate investors and wholesalers who want each other to succeed. So my whole thing is this: if you don't want me to succeed, right, or if you want to be around a group of people that don't want other people to succeed, and you just want to pout and complain, I don't need to be around your damn ass. I don't need to be around you. That man right there, I talked to him on Facebook, right? That man with that check, right? I talked to him on Facebook, asked him, what's the keys to the game? What did you do different? He said, I did exactly what you do. And he told me, hey, look, just aim for places that are deeply discounted in a different type of motherfucking area. You can do this in your area. And I took that game and I ran with it. I took the game. That I've never made a check like that in my whole life. I made a lot of checks. I just showed you guys a bunch of those shit, but I've never made a check like that. I showed that to the guy I cut off and shit. He set up there, cop a little attitude. Damn, man, I'm flipping all these damn cars and shit. Here you motherfuckers out here doing this shit. Nigga, nobody stopping your ass. Stop starting shit. And that's what this topic is about today is passive aggressive people and professional shit starters. Why start shit? You know what I mean? What's your take on shit starters? Here's the big one right here. Me and my baby, we took a picture of this one. Let me see. Can I find it? Yep, there it is. There it is. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah, that's the big one right there. That was the biggest one I ever made in my whole goddamn life. Ever made in my damn life. Share the screen. I'm sharing all this, man. Let you guys, I like to let people know I ain't full of shit, man. Look at that right there. I have made $40,000. Listen, that motherfucker took his shit. This is 2019. He took his money and told me, right? This is what he did. He told me, you touched your 40 before I touched my 20. In front of this woman. This woman said, why don't you just get in this game with him? He's been trying to tell your ass. I know, I just want to flip cars and everything. But flipping cars apparently is not getting you the results of this.
Yeah. And I was saying, and I was, well, it was a different subject. It was a guy, it was Edward Anderson show, and this guy named Marty McFly, whatever I think he was saying.
Yeah.
And he knew a guy that was in, I guess he goes to New York, right? Okay. He knew a guy that basically he said, he takes a girl out and her friends out, and he spends like $3,200 on like going out to these certain restaurants. And I was like, and Marty McFly said, I went to what do you call it what's the name of the restaurant the Cheesecake Factory in Brazil, and that's basically like a luxury, right? For them. Going to McDonald's is luxury because most Brazilians, most of the time don't even afford it. That's why most of them cook them. So, having money and being like whatever is relative, no? So it's and basically, well, he could have dropped 3,000. He could have took a trip or put it in something else. So it's just like wasteful, like going to a strip club and throwing money out and doing all this type of stuff and just tricking it off, right?
So
and so basically,
but was there any sign of jealousy or shit starting in that situation?
It probably, I don't know. I was saying, I don't know what it was, but it probably could be somebody that could be jealous. Like, oh, this man dropped 3,000 and he had this, attractive woman and his other woman, but and it could have been like that. Okay, you find a way where you can go and get what you need, and if you have time trying to compare yourself to others, and I think with social media is like, oh, this person's flossing and this person having this, look at him. You find a way to get it yourself. I'm not worrying about what the next man is doing or the next person is doing. You know what I'm saying? You start comparing yourself, to other people, right? That have those things. Always gonna be somebody that's taller than you, bigger than you, might be faster than you, or, you know what I'm saying? So we can't worry about that.
This is a picture of me and my daughter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my daughter, we holding that check. You see how happy we are, goddamn it? We happy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that motherfucker, when we did this shit, we at his house. His house is laid. We are homeless as fuck. Okay? Shit. I'll never forget this shit. We was super homeless, okay? All
Mhm.
right, we got that little check right there, little $40,000 check and everything, right? My daughter was so happy and everything, man. You know, that's my little girl and everything. So whenever we go ahead and meet, if I ever get to meet you, man, and we start traveling, you're gonna get a chance to see my little girl and everything, man. Because she wants to get on the road too. She listens to a lot of things you say too, you know. And we sat up there, we did that check. Listen, he threw his motherfucking money on the ground at his own house. You understand?
Mhm.
All right. We know $40,000 ain't that damn much money. We know that motherfucker had a candy paint fucking Capri sitting in the motherfucking goddamn driveway and a house
Mhm.
with 3 other cars out there. Why are you pissed off at me? You
Shit,
want to
I mean,
stop
shoot,
lying.
I ain't never got $40,000.
But I'm just
We
saying,
call it a check, right? I never got a check for $40,000 in my life, right? But guess what? You know, I still was able to check out this insane culture, right? You know,
yes.
I was still able to travel, right? You know, I didn't, you know, and I was never received a $40,000 check. Huh? So you know, so you think I'm worrying about all that? So I think that you know, and I'm
Thank
proud that you did, you
Well,
know,
no, this
did
was
it.
this was at that time. This was at the time. Okay, at the time. Remember, I showed you the date on that check and shit. But the point is, I'm trying to say is, I don't understand why motherfuckers, man, will sit up here and start shit. You understand? You know, why are you starting shit? Just quit starting shit. You know, if you're gonna be supportive of people, man, you got to be fucking goddamn supportive. You know, I had
I
before
mean,
you
most people, yeah, you're right.
before
Most people don't even have that in their bank account, man. Don't say the average American don't have $50,000 in their bank account right now. Huh?
me and
You know,
Carla, me, me
so
and
basically,
go ahead.
no, so basically, what I'm saying, um, having money is relative, right? You know, the average American don't have $50,000 sitting in their bank account, you know, right now. You know? Some people make that within a year, so it's kind of like, you know, so like I said, being broke, having money is relative, huh? If you want to look at it on a global level, right? You know, and I think that but once you start getting caught up in that trap, you know, I think that yeah, and I think that's basically what it is. Like, you know, and thing is, you have to do the best that you can, you know, find your lane and you know improve on yourself and what you call it, not trying to impress people, impress, you know, these ungrateful women. Even if you have 100,000, you know, 900, a million, 5 million, or whatever you have, they just gonna run through you anyway. They're going, you're just a bigger target, you know? So that's not gonna change the culture, right? You know, so you can have you know, there's some dude in the village, right, is getting treated better than some millionaire, right? Yeah, you know what I'm
I'm
saying? You got
hey, listen, I'm
yeah,
telling you, when
you
I
got like, you know, you have millionaire simps, right? They got the woman, you know, brought him like, oh, I just bought you a yacht, and the woman being ungrateful, right?
goddamn
You
right,
got dudes, you know what I'm saying? So what that tells you right there,
this is a
you know what I'm
goddamn
saying? You got
ungrateful
dudes that, you know what I'm
asshole.
saying? And they're still simping, right? You know what I'm saying? They got the money, and these good guys are still, you know, say they just rich dudes with simps.
they
You know what I'm
still
saying? So
they
it's
still Captain Save a Hoe. They still trying to save a
yeah.
hoe
So
that can't be
yeah.
saved.
So you know, and I think that and yeah, so it's guys that sitting there in a village that we call it that are more real men in a damn village somewhere in some remote place than some of these guys out here, you know. So
Yeah,
you know, and I think that, you know, so that just shows you that, like, you know, I like to look at the bigger picture. So I think that, you know, so you just can't really worry about um and I think it's just, you know, when you travel, it opens up your mind, right? Because, you know, here it gives you like a false reality of the world, right? You know, you think that like every place is like this, the whole thing, like, you know, because, you know, America has the biggest propaganda machine on the planet. So huh? You know, you brainwashed when you're a kid, right? To buy into all this BS, huh? where it's like, oh yeah, if you're a nice guy, you can't get the woman. Like the bad thing, everything is like you gotta
Yeah,
be a dude, this type of dude, gotta be all this, and you gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You know, even when I was a kid, I was like, that's some bullshit, man. And
yeah.
I was thinking like, and like, you just can't buy into that nonsense. You get brainwashed, because most the world is not thinking like that. You know what I'm saying?
So
And I was thinking,
okay. So break this down for me and the audience. How were you smart enough to just catch on to it at an early age to say, wait, hold up, something's wrong with this,
I
and
mean,
you were
I
quick
think
to catch,
no, because
like guys like myself, right? Like myself,
mm,
right? And also some of the people in the audience. A lot of us, the majority of us, we caught on like later on, like shit, after the damage is done, the smoke cleared, after we got divorced, raped, after, in my case, we got pregnancy trapped, after, like I made the $40,000. I made some bad, I'm not gonna lie, I made some bad decisions after I made that 40 grand fucking with an American Mexican bitch, thinking that I hit the lottery and I was great. Do not ever, and go to Carlos Red 2.0 channel. You talked about this. Do not ever believe that a woman that is from another country that has been in this country more than fucking 6 months is fucking pure, fucking traditional, goddamn it, and she's gonna have your best interest. I'm just telling you, and especially if she's foreign and she's a single mother and she's right in United States, Canada, UK, Australia, Western Europe, Western Africa. I'm just telling you, don't do it, man. She will not have your best interest 100%. Not all of them, but the vast majority of them. You understand? They will not have your best interest, especially financially. Because like I told you guys on my single mother video, you invest any money in that bitch or any resources, it's like a fucking black hole pit. You're not going to see that shit ever fucking again. But go ahead, J-Line. We want you to go into detail. How the fuck were you smart enough at an early age to just catch on and just say, okay, now I know. I'm
I
out.
mean, no, I think no, I mean, well, I mean, it all depends on the type of person you are,
Mhm.
and if you have a analytical mind, or if you're like you think and you see things that just don't line up. For me,
Okay.
it wasn't as hard. I mean, I think
Your sound is gone, J-Line. Your sound is gone. We can't hear you anymore, buddy. Yell out testing. Say testing, testing, 1, 2. If you can hear me. Your sound is absolutely gone. Like we don't hear you anymore. Okay, he buzzed out. But anyway, like I said, you guys, all right. J-Line just stepped out. He was talking about mostly that about how he caught on to checking out this Babylon culture before he got caught up in the matrix, where he could have got caught up in baby traps, STDs, STIs, false allegations. He could have been doing time for a woman just saying that he whooped her ass knowing he didn't. You understand? Or she robbed him or he broke in her house knowing he didn't, false allegations. So he was able to be smart enough to say, you know what? I see this shit from a mile away. This is what I'm going to do to avoid that situation. And he just said, fucking, he checked out. He checked out. He was like, check all the way, like out. That man checked out so much to the point that he got like new friends overseas. He's dressing in their clothes and like it's different. He's like a totally different person. And he talked about this. J-Line talked about this not on just my channel, but he's always guest starring on a lot of other channels, you guys. So, but the thing is that I tend to cling towards people who've actually have checked out, who gave up on this culture and actually realized this culture is extremely fucked up. You understand? It's so fucked up, But let's get back to the topic of passive aggressive people and shit starters, shall we? So there's so many shit starters out there and so many passive aggressive people. I've had them, from whole, like I said, I told you about the check thing where she held the checks from me. Told you about my guy, fucked me over, when I was flipping houses. He was just, starting shit for no damn reason, man. We should be supporting and encouraging each other to do positive things together, not bringing each other down. You shouldn't be in that fucking position. Why are you bringing me down? You understand? I'm not bringing you down. I want you to be successful in your car flipping business. If he's flipping cars, I'm showing him marketing methods and advertising methods that I use in my business that he can incorporate in his business. He didn't want to do that shit. He didn't. You understand? All right. I've also dealt with the passive aggressive motherfuckers too, and the shit starters where like I said, I can go on for days, man. I told you guys about my rent. I told you guys about the wholesaling. I told you about the stories about the money orders and the fucking goddamn X. I've even dealt with bitches where when they were pissed off at me, decided to just lock me out of my own well, not my own house, but lock me out of their houses, right? And when I decided that, okay, I knock on the door a few times, that's what I'll do. And they decided to open that up. Yeah, I just go ahead and just leave, and I stay gone for days. And then wait till they hatch out of the shell, and how you ain't been here in days and all this other shit or whatever. And I don't deal with it. I just go ahead and just leave the situation as what it is. You understand? I leave the fucking situation for what the fuck it is. You understand? So that's just what it is, Who the hell is this? Someone said, Africa, stop AIDS virus. Stop in Africa. I think we have us a boom. We got to ban that motherfucker. All right, gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, some fucked up motherfucker stopped by and this motherfucker and started just putting all this shit. So we banned his ass, yeah. For real. StreamYard's pretty cool. I give it to him, You just it's pretty powerful. You can ban motherfuckers. Yeah, you can ban them right then and there, But shit starters, passive aggressive motherfuckers, man, they come in different shapes and different sizes. I'm fucking telling y'all this shit, man. They do, man. They do, man. Like I said, I got so many stories. I can listen when I tell you guys this shit. I could be all over the place. My apologies, but this is just me just trying to express this to you guys, man. That I even told you guys about the situation on the bus. The guy just snapped out for no damn reason. You understand? That shit that weighed heavy on my mind. You understand? I talked to a bartender about this shit. What do you do? I asked him. Just like I asked you guys, what do you do? How do you handle a shit starter? How do you handle a passive aggressive ass motherfucker that sneaky and sly and does things in hints and riddles, and just to get their way? How do you handle that shit? And you got to remember the passive aggressive motherfucker in general, they don't like confrontation. So what they'll do is they'll do things in roundabout hintful ways to get etchy. All right. But you being like a transparent, a direct person like me, you just come to them, man. Hey, listen, apparently you got something against my ass, man. Because the sit back, do nothing, let karma thing go on, it's not going to work. That's just not going to work until karma hits them. You have to do something for the time until that karma hits you. You understand? You have to. You understand? You have to, And if you can hit that motherfucking evil shit starting passive aggressive piece of shit where the knees hurt, I say you go for it. I say you go for it. Okay. Whatever it takes, right? You got to fight fire with fire. If that motherfucker want to fight passive aggressive, goddammit, you do what you got to do to get that motherfucker removed from your vicinity. Whatever it fucking takes. I don't care if it's getting them fired, removed, whatever you got to do. Beating that motherfucker's ass, whatever it does. But I will tell you this. Before you can go violent with it, and I'm just going to throw this out here, right? Try everything in your power to manage it by trying to remove yourself from the situation, if you can, before it get violent. Because eventually you're going to get to the point that you're like, okay, enough is enough. And you're going to want to walk up and you're going to want to beat this motherfucking ass. You're going to walk up, and if it's a woman or whatever, you're not going to want to beat her ass though, right? But you're going to want to hurt her fucking goddamn feelings where she know not to fuck with your ass anymore. You understand? For real. The most powerful way you could do with especially a narcissistic bitch is walk away from the ass completely and cut the communication out, go into no contact. Cut that motherfucker loose. It will drive them fucking nuts. When it will, I don't know. Because remember, narcissistic motherfuckers, right? People with bipolar, schizophrenia, personality disorders and shit like that, you know what they do? They feed off of attention. both negative attention and positive attention is what the narcissists feed off of. They call it narcissistic supply, or they call it simple fuel. You understand? This isn't a channel about narcissism, but I'm giving you guys snippets so that you can understand when you run into these bitches, when you run into these guys, you guys know how to handle these motherfuckers. Okay, they're fucked up out here. You understand? All right. Some people say it's just the culture. I say it's pretty much both the people and the culture itself. You understand? You got motherfuckers out here praising narcissism, right? It's sad. This culture is fucked up out here, but hey, this is what it is. So my guest is finally coming back. You know, let's see if he got his mic working and all that other good stuff in. So come on back in, Jay Lion. Are you okay? Is everything okay, buddy? Jay Lion, can you hear me? Unmute your mic, man. Unmute your mic. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, man, I gotta go. All right, man. I'm just saying that yeah, I don't want to leave too soon, but yeah, man, I gotta do something, but yeah, man, I try to catch you next time, huh?
No problem, no problem. Then it's good to see you on the show and everything, man. Good to stop by and everything, you know. So, but yeah, man.
Yeah, but like you said, they feed off attention and all that type of stuff, you know, and basically, yeah, man, I think that dudes need to check out the culture. The culture doesn't, you know, it doesn't work for you, and what's the point of to participate in the things that don't want to that doesn't provide the things that that you need. You know, like the U.S. is good to make money, but as far as like family dynamics and relationships, it's just not good, man. So I
No, it's
think
not.
that
No, it's not.
guys need to go where they're we call it where they're celebrated. So it's not sustainable. So I think that's what it is. So it's like a sinking ship. So guys just need to realize that there's options, and that's what it is, because you know, because it doesn't work, man.
So,
All right.
but let me throw this out there, right? And you're making me think about something about my narcissistic community that I was in. You know,
but
we're talking about cluster B, but you're making me think about something, and you make a good point. I noticed that there was a girl who started talking about narcissism in Mexico. But what was interesting is the further you go away from the United States and first world countries,
I'm about to head out. All right.
That shit is not there. That shit is not there. But yeah, but anyway, have a good night, Jay Light. It's really good to see you, man. I really appreciate you coming, you know. But yeah, but anyways, this 1 hour and 57 minutes in, you know, in this, you know, make sure you guys click this like button as you come in. I really appreciate it. Click the subscribe button, you know, so yeah, I'll probably be getting off in a little bit, you know, but yeah, but I just want to let you guys know, man, shit starters and passive aggressive motherfuckers are all over the place. Okay. Do not let them ruin your day, your time, or whatever, both men and women. Okay. To me, and I see what Jay Lyon's talking about, in my opinion, the further you get away from Western countries, the more you're not going to hear about narcissism and all that other bullshit, cluster B, you know, in other countries. You're just not going to hear about it. You're not going to see a lot of YouTube videos like, oh, there's shitload of narcissism in the Philippines. You're not going to see that. You'll see more here in the United States and Britain and shit, and Australia and shit, man, Western countries. But, you know, but you won't see it. You just won't. You'll see it in Mexico, you know, because Mexico's close to the United States. You understand? You know, and they'll have videos about that, you know. But as a collective, man, you know, to me, the more Spanish-speaking countries or countries that are not speaking English, man, the more you're not going to see a lot of the narcissism in, you know, and psychological problems in, you know. So, and any of you fuckheads who actually got this shit, you need to go seek a counselor. But we do know when it comes to narcissism or whatever, there's really no cure for that shit, man. It is. There's no cure for it. You just have to learn to manage these people and learn how to remove yourself from the situation, distance yourself from those people, distance yourself from passive aggressive motherfuckers. They're very, very dangerous, you know, because you'll run into, even at a job, you can have a boss, which is real fucked up. That's passive aggressive. Oh yeah. a guy boss that's passive or a chick boss that's passive aggressive, they're not going to tell you that they don't like you or hate you. They're going to drop hints and clues and riddles and do everything in a roundabout way. These people are dangerous. Cause you to lose your job, lose your livelihood, or whatever the fuck on that account. That they're just passive aggressive. It's just how the fuck they are, man. You know, and that's why I opt in that and promote that. Hey, if you can get a 1099 job or gig working for yourself, man, or whatever, right, or working at your own schedule, on leisure, right, my 100% hats off to you if you can do that shit, you know, because at this time of life, right, man, you're gonna go through a lot of shit as a man trying to make sure you make a buck, man, you know, for real. Because yeah, I remember we in a society, man, of you know, motherfuckers trying to make this country just 100% pro women and pro alphabet community, man. You know, they're trying to get rid of as many men's rights and men's situations as much as possible. But the way I see it, right, next 10 years, 15 years, whatever, you're going to see more men that, you know, were actual good men. They're going to be overseas. And then you're going to see like more alphabet community motherfuckers coming out of the woodworks. You're going to see more pro women shit go out there. And then when shit start getting breaking down and shit like that can't get repaired and they can't get any men and they start seeing these guys overseas, they're going to be pretty pissed off. They are. And they got to depend on their little boys and shit that they decided to raise themselves without the father involved to see that they can do that shit, man. And, you know, that's not going to be a pretty picture, you know, their little boys acting like females, that shit. And, you know, talking about, no, I don't want to twist a wrench, right, to fix this plumbing because I'm end up breaking my nails. You don't want to see that fucking shit, you know. I don't want to get under that, fix that goddamn carburetor and shit, you know, because I might get something on my wig and shit, right? I know I'm a guy mom, but hey, you know, it's gonna be fucked up, you guys, you know. So listen, you guys have been warned, you know. You see me promote, get your passports on here. You see me, you guys promote. If you're gonna go MGTOW, go MGTOW. Limit your interactions with these women as much as possible. I'm fucking telling you this shit, man. Short-term interactions. I mean it. And back on the topic of passive-aggressive people and professional shit starters, limit your interaction with these motherfuckers. If you see a motherfucker that's a shit starter, man, try to find an exit. If you see a person who's passive-aggressive, try your best to find an exit from that motherfucker. I'm telling you, especially on the job, man, try to exit from that situation. You know, listen, if you see a passive-aggressive motherfucker and he or she's not going to stop that shit, behind their back, I would be applying for every motherfucking goddamn job gig that I can behind their back so I can go ahead and apply and make sure I pay the goddamn bills around my place. That's just myself. I don't know about y'all shit, you know, but behind their back, if they're talking shit behind your back, you know, and doing shit in subtle and sneaky ways, goddamn it, passive aggressive ass motherfucker, I would be sitting up applying to every job. I'll be on Career Builder, Indeed, Monster, all that shit, Craigslist like a motherfucker and shit, applying at every damn gig I can behind that motherfucking back. So why this motherfucker trying to passive aggressively give you paperwork, passive aggressively snitch on you to get you in trouble, passive aggressively drive your ass crazy? You sitting up here smiling and grinning, okay, this motherfucker doesn't know you got about fucking a couple hundred applications out from that motherfucker. You know, thousands of applications applying. And on your off days and your lunch breaks, going to low key fucking interviews, they don't know, you know what I mean? Shit, shit, for real. None of goddamn business, shit. You know, they're not going to tell you what your situation is and give you closure. So, hey, you know, women, they're natural. Most women are very naturally passive aggressive. Not all of them, but most of them, you know. Even in fucking, you know, breakups or whatever, I've seen them actually, instead of, you know, giving closure to a relationship, especially narcissistic bitches, right? They would rather disappear and ghost for like weeks and months, hell, years, and then pop back up like nothing didn't happen. Yeah, watch out for that shit, man. Watch out for the passive aggressive shit. I'm telling you, if they're pissed off at your ass, they would rather disappear instead of breaking up on your ass. Instead of you saying, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore, or listen, I believe that this is the time for us to part ways. They don't want to hear that shit. They'd rather disappear and ghost on your ass. They do not want closure. Remember, a passive aggressive person doesn't want closure. If you say, I want to quit this job, I got somewhere else, If anything, they would rather hand you more work to do and not have that conversation. This is just how passive aggressive pussies work. You understand? It's just how they are, man. They're sick motherfuckers, you know. But you just got to learn how to manage their ass. I'm telling you, man. I've been around it too long. Shit. So, anyways, without further ado, thank you guys for coming to the show. I really appreciate it. This is Mr. GG from the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel. Please click the like button. Share the video. I really appreciate it too. Also, subscribe to my channel, man. I appreciate it, man. Without further ado, you guys have a good night. I'm about to exit out this motherfucker, and I'll talk to you soon. Make sure you take your daily dose of red pills. And for God's sakes, don't be out here putting on capes and hats, saving these whores. Let these whores, man, suffer the way they are. So many guys out here trying to cap and save all these bitches, man. Stop it. Shit, I went into that shit the other day. A guy told me, you can't say that stuff around a woman because she's a woman. Fuck that, man. You know, so sometimes you got to put yourself in situations, man, where you got to remove yourself from these motherfuckers. You got to understand. Then there's going to be situations where you just can't help it because there's too many captains, you know, capes flapping, you know, capes are flapping, the captain sailor hat on, you know, all that shit, you know, so the captains, you know, so anyways, somebody actually doing something though as I'm exiting. He said, great live, OG. Thank you. I didn't even know you were there. I didn't know you were there. Wow. I wish you were here, man. You know, I wish you were here, man. I wish you could have joined me on this shit, man. So I'm about to exit out this motherfucker. So anyways, without further ado, you guys have a great night. I'll talk to you soon. Hope all goes well for you. Peace.